Good morning, students. Now we are learning some more aspects of acids, bases, and salt. The very first thing, that what is common between acids, bases as well as bases and salt. If we will take aqueous solution of salt like NaCl in water, then we will prepare one of the circuit. Two electrodes are there and one battery and one bulb is connected. This is your key. If I will close the key, then due to this NaCl solution, bulb will glow. Same experiment, suppose I am doing with the HCl solution. This is an acid. Previously that was the solution of salt. HCl aqueous solution, HCl plus water. That HCl and water is added and it is taken as electrolyte. Again bulb will glow. Instead of HCl and water, suppose I will take any of the base. Any base you can take. Aqueous solution of NaOH. Then also bulb will glow. It shows that in aqueous solution these all substances are good conductor of electricity. So what is common theoretically among them? When we will dissolve NaCl in water, ionization or dissociation will take place. As all three categories compound, these are good ionic compound. When they will dissolve in water, their cation and anion will be separated. This process is known as ionization. Na plus ion will be surrounded with aqueous, यानी water से surrounded है. Then Cl minus is also aquatic, means Cl minus ion is also surrounded with water molecule. So we will get free ions, and due to free ions they are good conductor of electricity in aqueous solution. Same will happen with HCl when dissolved with water. Due to ionization it will form H plus ion and Cl minus ion. Both are in aqueous form. Now this H plus ion from HCl, it will combine with water. There will be formation of hydronium ion and Cl minus ion in aqueous form. So for the dissociation of acid, sometimes you are writing H plus aqueous or you are writing H3O plus. Both are similar case. There is no more difference in H plus aqueous or hydronium ion. In the same manner, suppose base is dissociated with water. There will be formation of Na plus ion, aqueous, and OH minus ion, aqueous. These all equations are known as ionic equation. So from these all four equations we are learning that any of the salt when dissolved in water, it will be dissociated. In the same manner, when acid is dissolved with water, then it will form either hydronium ion or H plus ion, or we can say out of this any single, then also it is correct. When NaOH is dissolved in water, there will be formation of Na plus ion and OH minus. So in short you can say that all bases when dissolved in water, they will give OH minus ion. All acids when dissolved in water, they will give H plus ion. All salts dissolved in water, they will dissociate in the respective cation and anion. Now let us proceed about the strong acid and weak acid. and process of dilution. Dilution is the process of addition of water to any of the concentrated solution. Like you have seen sugar syrup of the favorite dish gulab jamun or rasgulla. If you will compare the both type of sugar syrup, माने चाशनी को दोनों को compare कर दो, what will happen? Easily you can say that the शुगर सिरप ऑफ गुलाब जामुन इज मोर कंसनट्रेटेड या फिर आपको क्या है ज़्यादा स्वीटनेस लगेगी उसमें. सो इट मीन्स दैट कंसनट्रेटेड सॉल्यूशन आर द सॉल्यूशन इन विच सोल्यूट पार्टिकल आर इन एक्सेस. If I am taking HCl, concentrated HCl, in the laboratory it must be, you must have seen this concentrated HCl. When water is added to it, then it will form dilute solution. It means dilution is a process in which water is added to any of the concentrated HCl. Suppose there is a beaker given and we are taking HCl solution concentrated and we are pouring water. The process of dilution of acid is highly exothermic. It is physical process, physical change that we are adding water to HCl. Then highly exothermic, it means a lot of heat amount will be generated and excess of heat will react, excess of heat will be shown its effect and this acid can splash out. In short, I can say that water is added to acid. What will happen? This acid may be splashed out from the beaker or container and it is highly dangerous for us. It means some type of accident can be created because acid उछल करके क्या आ रहा है बाहर आ रहा है due to addition of water. The opposite process of dilution we can take. Here we are taking water. And now we are adding acid. What will happen? Again, when acid will mixed here to the beaker, what will happen? The process will be exothermic. Always mixing of acid or water of acid is exothermic. Exothermic, it means again the container solution will splash out. This time water is present in the container. So water will splash out, which is not dangerous for us. So always during the dilution process, especially for acids, acid should be added in water rather than addition of water to acid. I hope you understand the process of dilution. That what we have to do. Remember, girls, that we have to add acid to water, not water to acid. Highly prohibited this type of process. Only acid must be added to water. So no danger will us. Now one more type of classification. This is about the strong acid and this is about the concentrated acid and dilute acid. Next type of classification about the strong acid and weak acid. Strong acid are the acids which ionize completely and gives more amount of H plus ion. Weak acid, these are the acids which does not dissociate completely and gives less amount of H plus ion. So these are giving more amount of H plus ion and these are giving less amount of HCl ion. Here we will take all types of mineral acid, HCl, HNO3, H2SO4. These all are strong acid. At the same level, weak acid like carbonic acid, constituent of cold drink. Okay. In the same manner, HF, HCN, acetic acid, formic acid, it is ethanoic acid, it is methanoic acid, or you can say that the acids we are taking in our food stuff, these all are weak acid. Okay, so there is no harm to us. So these are the popular weaker acid and these all are stronger acid. Please remember this table because at the level of 10th standard there is no option with you. You have to remember. Out of these, this one is quite important for you. Acetic acid you have to use in the laboratory also. The next name of acetic acid is ethanoic acid as well as methanoic acid, which comes from the ants when they bite or from honeybee. Okay. Now, just like strong acid, we can read strong bases also. About strong acid bases, I can say that bases which ionize completely and gives more amount of OH minus ion, known as strong bases. And here I can mention the bases which does not dissociate completely and gives less amount of OH minus ion. Now, various examples of strong bases and weak bases. Strong bases, especially NaOH and KOH, these two are the strong bases. Weak bases are NH4OH along with NH4OH, other metallic acid like CaOH whole twice, MgOH whole twice, CuOH whole twice, ZnOH whole twice. These all are weak bases. So you need to learn the table of acids and bases which are stronger and which are weaker. Now, again, I am revising that NaOH, KOH, these are strong bases, and NH4OH, calcium hydroxide, copper hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, zinc hydroxide, these all are weak bases. Now, we are continuing our topic. The third part of this chapter, that is salt. What are salt? Salts are the substances which are formed by the reaction of acids and bases. and that reaction is known as neutralization. It means the product which we are getting along with water during the neutralization reaction is known as salt. I mean to say that suppose you are taking copper sulfate as salt. From which salt, from which acid and from which base it is formed, we need to do a little bit work with an ion. Just attach H2SO4, means the salt in which H plus ion and OH minus ions are not present, then it is salt. Okay. These are the learning tips for you, not for the examination. One is salts ऐसे compound है जिसमें आपका H plus ion and OH minus ion present नहीं है. And how these salts are formed? किससे बनते हैं ये salt? For this purpose आपको क्या करना है? Just sulfate ion when attached with the hydrogen plus ion, then there will be formation of acid. And with the copper, add OH minus by keeping the valencies in your mind. Then definitely you can understand that okay, by this reaction you can get copper sulfate and water. It means we can make a table from which acid and bases are formed. Okay. First I am mentioning the name of salt, then name of base, name of acid. Suppose salt is calcium sulfate. Now, what will be the base? Calcium along with OH minus ion. Calcium along with OH minus ion. Then acid, that is H2SO4. Now, match the following base and acid from the table in which I have given weak acid, weak base, strong acid, strong base. So, what type of base it is? Strong or weak? Your answer is weak. Now, what type of acid it is? It is strong. It means salt is formed by weak acid and strong, weak base and strong acid. Then, if you will determine its pH or its nature, it will be as strong part is acidic part, so it will be strong acid. It will be coming in the category of acidic. Nature of salt solution will be acidic and pH will be less than 7. Now I am taking next example for you. For example, KCl I am taking. Now along with K put OH. Along with Cl put HCl by keeping valency in your mind. Now KOH is a strong base. HCl is a strong acid. If acid and base both are strong, then it is almost neutral. It means pH will be approximately 7. Now a little bit more practice. CH3COO Na. This is extraordinary salt where an ion is written first and cation is written later. So this is your cation, put NaOH. This is your base and this one is acid. Now find out the nature of NaOH from your table. It is strong. It is weak. So the nature of this salt solution will be basic in nature. In the same manner, you can find out the nature of zinc sulfate, iron sulfate. For example, last example I am taking. Iron sulfate. The base is FeOH whole 2, which is weak. Acid is H2SO4. This is strong. Now pH range, or you can say the nature is acid part is strong, so it is less than 7 pH, and its nature is acidic in nature. I hope you understand well. Please complete your notes. Very soon I will send the extra questions also.